All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. I tried to go live 2 times just now, and then after the live, like, the video is all jacked up. I don't know what's going on with live today. Usually I've not had this issue, but what I but basically, I was trying to go live to tell you guys about the UX course. We're gonna try it one more time to see if it works. So I went live to try to tell you guys about the UX course that I'm releasing. If you want to learn more about the course, you can ask questions in the comments below. But I'm offering a $30 off discount from today, which is Black Friday, until Monday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right. So I've been asked about the course a couple different times already. But basically, what you'll see in the course is what I think is missing from the traditional design education system. I think for many students that I've talked to over the years, when it comes to learning about design in school, there's this linear process that they learn when it comes to design thinking and etc. But I think that what's missing, at least in terms of my point of view, is understanding how to have that self awareness for yourself when it comes to understanding what you want out of a design career and how you think about success, right? Because that's very different for everybody. Because and when what happens if you don't understand that is typically, people could go through bouts of burnout, not really understand why they got to the industry in the first place. And I've seen young people get lost in this space who have, you know, such good potential, like I've seen this light that people have, right? And then once they start working in the space for like 2 or 3 years, then they're like that light gets dim. So I think that what we need in education and what I try to do, in terms of like how I view design is just put, my perspective and my point of view on how I think people should get taught, right? So what you'll see in the course is I talk about the realities of being a designer. And then I break down my process end to end of how I work. I'm giving you the blueprint. So if you get a job, if you're trying to look at, what skills you need to work at a big tech company, it's less about Figma and it's more about your point of view, your philosophy on design, right? Understanding how to develop that. And so in the course, I'm breaking down my philosophy, how I look at design, how I work with, teams of large groups. Sometimes you're working with, engineers, PMs, executives, and that group can be as large as like 30, 40 people. And a lot of times, everyone has their own distinct philosophy on how you should work, how you should get things done. But you have to stay rooted in who you are and your philosophy to develop that confidence in your team, right? So I'm breaking down to you in the course, how I work across teams. And this is a process that I've developed over the past 10 years, of working as a designer. And I've worked at Salesforce, LinkedIn, Fandango, all these different companies, right? And what I've seen is that every culture, every team, every company is different, right? They all do things very differently. Uh, you have different sorts of leaders with different leadership styles. There's no one place that operates the same, right? And so what you have to do oftentimes is figure out a process. And nobody's going to hold your hand when you get into these spaces a lot of times. If you have a good manager, great. If you don't, then you kind of get stuck. If you don't have somebody to mentor you and you work at a startup, then you can feel stuck. But then you got to reach out to other people, right? So in the course, I'm basically holding your hand through a process that I've tried to refine over the last decade, right? And I think, a lot of times people try to keep these things to themselves, right? Not helping other people climb up. And that's been, my dream to make that happen. And it's something that I believe in. I believe in myself. I believe in the way that I teach. And if you've learned anything from the channel, I think you'll enjoy the course. It's not long. It's like 2.5 hours. Uh, but like I said, in the beginning, we talk about the realities. In the middle of the course, I break down my process end to end. How I figure out the goals of a project, the needs of the company, the needs of the stakeholders, um, and then I'm just walking you through, how I go from lo-fi to hi-fi, uh, all that stuff, right? And I'm not talking about, complicated methodologies. I'm not talking like it's very relatable, right? My process is very relatable because I transitioned into tech and I didn't go through the traditional education system, right? But to me, I've looked at that as an advantage, right? Because it makes me think differently, right? So yeah, guys, I just wanted to hop on this live the third time, and hopefully it's clear. Hopefully I'm not jacking up the video, um, and or maybe my Wi-Fi is spotty. I'm not really sure what's going on today, but I just wanted to hop on here to tell you guys that I'm releasing the course with a $30 off discount. It costs 117, but if you buy it before Monday, well, before Tuesday morning, early morning, then you get $30 off. If you use the discount code RED RED, right? So yeah, guys, you're not buying this course for thousands of dollars. I'm breaking it down to you, and I think you'll enjoy it. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll try to get to those questions as soon as I can. Um, and then in the other lives, what I try to do is tell you guys what I'm thankful for. So I'm thankful for my family, thankful for all the experiences in life this year, because I've learned so much about myself and how I want to operate in the world. Right. I think at certain points in our lives, we can feel like there's this vision that we have for ourselves, and there's many times where you go through shit and you feel like you're not getting closer to that vision. But honestly, through all the challenges, through all the bullshit that we've been through this year as a family, like I feel like I'm closer to the vision, right? I feel like the challenges prepare you for who you're supposed to be, right? Because all these self doubts that I used to have, and all the feelings of feeling like an imposter, like I feel like there's no way that I have that sense of lack anymore, right? The challenges, if anybody's watching this and they're going through something, understand, at least from how I'm learning about life and how I view things, the more you go through hardships, the more you struggle, the more confidence that you're going to gain, because then you start looking at all the other challenges as small things, right? It's like you push so much weight and you get so much stronger that every challenge that you meet, it's like it's not even a challenge no more, right? So um yeah, like I was doubtful about ever building a course. I was doubtful about ever releasing books, and now I have that confidence like, yo, this is a vision that I always wanted to make, and I'm going to make it happen. So yeah, guys, thank you for the support. Thank you for, the conversations this year. I've learned so much from you guys, and I appreciate that, right? So if you have any questions, like I said, you can ask below, but I'm only offering this discount for the first 20 people who sign up for the course, right? The first 20 people who sign up, you get the discount. That's it. And then I've been also thinking about, if you want to have a 1 hour conversation with me to understand how to apply what you learn in the course to what you do and how to find alignment for yourself, in terms of building out a career path or whatever, we can have that conversation after you take the course, right? So you'll learn about how I do things, how I view design, and hopefully from the course you'll learn your own process based on your unique experiences from whatever you've done. If you're transitioning in from a background in education, hopefully you have that clarity. Or if you're graduating from college and you're really not sure about what your strengths are yet, uh, hopefully you'll learn and gain that self-awareness after you take the course. But I want to have that conversation with the people who invest in the course. So anyways, guys, much love to everybody out there. Blessings to you all going into the last couple weeks of the year. And I'll see you guys in the next coming videos. Peace.